Welcome to the Outside Media Group where we talk battle rap from top tier, mid tier, to lower tier. There's no biasness here. And tonight, me and Caleb was gonna chop it up with Gutta. How y'all doing, fellas?
I'm
Oh
good.
man,
I'm good.
about to say we just chilling, man. We definitely appreciate Gutter coming through, showing the love to the platform. You feel me?
Oh, no doubt, man. Appreciate y'all having me.
All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. You feel me? You just had the trailer drop the other day, on the culture.
Right.
Gutter versus Young Cannon. It's going down, man. How you feeling about the
Facts.
battle?
Oh man, it's I'm really excited about it for a couple reasons, man. Like first, I was supposed to torture Cannon a while back, but I had some shit going on, and so I had to let somebody else take that match on one of the lower leagues or whatever. So it's been something that we both kind of always knew was coming, but you know what I mean? Like I had other shit I had to get handled first. So I'm excited about that because I definitely been wanting to lock in with dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't on no sucker shit gonna be like, no, I'm a the heat trash and like Cannon's a monster. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what I'm getting into, but I've been looking for that. So I'm excited about it for that reason. And then just bringing battle rap back to my city, man. Like I haven't battled in my city or even in the state of Texas probably in like 4 years. So I'm excited for that. You know what I'm saying? Like my people get to actually see me work live for a change instead of having to wait for URL or somebody else to drop the footage. You mean?
Hey, yo, man. Texas, stand the fuck up.
Facts.
So where the event gonna be at, man?
It's in Austin, Texas. It's gonna be the world famous Sixth Street at the Vulcan Gas Company.
Okay. About to say some other battles that are on the card right now. I saw Chilla versus HA Double.
Yeah,
Um, and the one that just dropped today, it was Drugs versus Asylum, right?
Asylum the Crow. Yeah,
How do you feel about those battles? Are you excited? Like,
bruh, we've been waiting on this Chilla versus HA Double since HA Double battled Anubis on that rooftop. We
back
thought that
then.
battle was happening like back then. You know what I mean? Like it's been something that like we've all been, you know what I'm saying? Like it's everybody in our region has known for a while that eventually that clash has to happen. And we thought we was gonna get it when URL sparked up the rookies versus vets little series or whatever, but that shit took a
Yeah.
turn for the worse immediately. So we didn't get it then, and it's just like we've been waiting on that battle though. You know what I mean? Like so much so like I think when Chilla when the footage first dropped for HA Double and Anubis, like one of the it might have been X Factor, somebody from the Midwest, like somebody that was already on, like tweeted HA Double and said he was like, you know what I'm saying, like a down south Chilla Jones. So the comparison started immediately. And then Chilla actually tweeted out himself at one point telling Smack that if you do Rookies versus Vets Volume 2, you know what I'm saying, me and HA Double got to dance. So it's been in the making for a while. So I'm super excited about that battle. That shit is going to be that's gonna be a war, man. Like that shit is gonna be fire.
Yeah. As soon as about to say, as soon as I told Dre that battle was going down, that's what he was saying. He was like, "Oh, that's gonna be That's gonna be that one right there." He was like,
Yeah,
"That might be the battle of the night."
it's definitely got the potential to be exactly that. Like AJ Double is super motivated. Like he wanted this battle. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's one thing. And we always Chilla don't never slack, but he know what he getting into going in. Like it's one thing to prepare for Satellite Sammy on my Kinfolk's
Yeah.
Garage Battle League. But to what you're getting into when you lock in with HA Double, win, lose, or draw, you got to bring your A game. So I think that's gonna be one of the big things about the battle too, because they both motivated. You know what I'm saying? Chilla know he can't go in, like his reputation is on the line. He know he can't go in there playing with that boy. So I definitely feel like it could low key be a battle of the year candidate. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you.
Yeah. I mean, and I definitely respect the fact that y'all are like you out of all the people that you could bring over there, you're bringing like Chilla and Young Cannon, like these guys, and like y'all aren't small names by any means, but like they're known for killing like smaller names than them on like smaller leagues. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Right.
the these are some killers, man, and y'all really about to jump in a ring like that. But
Yeah, I mean, like we definitely didn't want to bring nobody like, especially because like this is only my second event since I started my league here. So we definitely wanted something that would bring notoriety to the platform, but at the same time, we're not trying to come up off nobody's name. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I booked
yeah,
battles that were going to be good battles that people are going to want to pay attention to, but not battles that don't make sense, right? Like I could have easily threw an undisclosed amount of money at a Charlie Clips or somebody like that to bring him down here just for his name, but for what? You know what I mean? Like we don't really like nobody that I can touch on my platform has a big enough profile to make that battle make sense.
yeah,
So it's just there's no reason to do that. I'd rather go get good battles from notable battlers that make sense though, that matchups that people when they see it they be like, no, yeah, that's gonna be fire. You know what I mean? Like so that's what my goal was.
yeah. So, well, let me ask this, man. You said this is y'all's second event. The league is called The Culture, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So what? About to say y'all have y'all's footage up on YouTube, right?
Correct.
Okay. So what is the one battle that you would tell everyone to go see to check out your platform from the first event? Like, what do you think the best battle was from y'all first event?
The best battle, in my opinion, hasn't dropped yet. It was my man Trebo versus Jay Murder from Brooklyn. So I haven't
Okay.
released that one yet. It's ready to go. It's in the chamber. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fire that off within the next few days or so. That was the best back and forth battle. There were some battles that were more highly that had higher interest in terms of just our local scene, but for local reasons, not people that anybody on the national scene is gonna know yet. But again, that's the purpose of the platform, is to change that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all right. So everyone that's listening, man, everybody that watches the video, be sure y'all go sub to The Culture. You feel me? Go be
Facts.
watching for that Jay Murder versus you said the dude's name is
Versus
Trebo.
Trebo. Trebo, yeah.
All right. Well, that leads me into the next question, man. So you out here, you got a newer league. You're like trying to develop some talent, and I mean, I'm from Texas. You feel me? 409 shit. I mean,
Facts.
so I understand we got a lot of talent down here, man, that don't always get recognized because Southern battle rap hasn't like they're finally getting a platform with like Nor and URL
Right.
having the summer mat or the Gnome in Houston, but like there's a
Right.
lot of like talent, you know what I mean, that gets overlooked. Who are some of the like the best up and comers from your league, man? That you are from your just that you plan on booking in the future, like from your area?
Um, so definitely the guy Asylum the Crow, like he's probably once he gets on and gets on and gets like starting to get national recognition, he's gonna start creeping into that top pins and battle rap conversation real quick. Like, dude is his pin
Forgive me for
is
interrupting, man, but
ridiculous.
he's got another battle coming up, right?
Yeah, he just did a PG at the Atlanta PGs that you mentioned.
Him and G
He
Lo.
just did a PG, him and G Lo, and then later on this month.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I lined him up with drugs for the September 8th event, Capital Punishment on The Culture.
But
So
all right.
he's definitely one to keep an eye on. There's this other kid from the Dallas area. His name is Low, just Lo, plain and simple. But he's a monster too. Like he's one of the most crafty punchers I've seen in a while. Like dude can really the way his shit lands. It's like it's. I don't want to call it unorthodox because it's not something that you don't get, but it's definitely not telegraphed. You don't see the punch coming ahead of time, but when it lands, it's like, yo, that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I got him lined up with a good match too on the card. We should be announcing that probably sometime tomorrow or later this
What
week.
date is the card again?
September 8th. September 8th.
Okay. But all right. So we got Asylum. We got the dude Low. Anyone else you want to plug real quick?
Let me see. Let me see who has. Oh, my man's he actually from Austin. Foolish Carlito. Again, one of those kids that's got like a really dope, really fire pen, really fire pen. Like he's on his way up too. I got him a good matchup on September 8th too. So I got some dudes that I'm bringing that haven't had the opportunity to get the looks. You know what I mean? Like so, but again, I'm booking the matches that make sense though. Like I'm not just throwing names at them just so they can say, "Oh, I battled so and so." Like I've always, if you follow me or you know anything about my career, you know I've always been firmly against that. Like I could have paid any number of people to come and battle me at any point on any platform. You know what I mean? But that's not in my opinion, it's not organic. Like you know what I mean? Like people who fuck with me, they fuck with me because they've seen me work against, you know what I'm saying, the best competition that was available that made sense. And that's the same thing I'm doing for these guys. I'm not trying to just, you know what I mean? I could have easily shot a few racks towards Rum Nitty and told him to lock in with Low just to highlight the fact that Low is a skilled puncher. But it's gonna if Low wins, he loses because everybody's gonna say, "Oh, Rum Nitty just went out there for the check. He didn't take dude serious." And then if he loses big because you know that like it don't get no better than Rum in terms of punching, and you supposed to be a puncher and you didn't live up to that hype. So again, I'm trying to book them with people that make sense, that elevate their profiles, but also highlight what they do well.
Okay. Well, I mean, like about to say a couple more cards, you feel me? And I definitely hope to see. I mean, like I say, I know Asylum just had his PG. I definitely hope to see some of these guys take their shot at the main stage. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. That's the goal. I told them all, like, you know, like the goal is the Super Bowl of battle rap. Like, if you're not trying to make Summer Madness, there's no point in doing it. Like, because that whole era where people just want to see dope raps, like, yeah, I mean, like, there's a niche culture for that shit. Like, there's a niche audience, but for the most part, you know, like if you want to be successful in battle rap, you have to elevate your stature consistently. You have to give good performances, and you got to be trying to reach something. You got to be trying to go somewhere. You can't just rap just to be rapping.
Yeah, and let me go ahead and say this, and this is no shot to your guys or anything, but you know exactly what I mean when I'm saying. Honestly, probably half of your guys could have gone up there and done better on Summer Madness than these motherfuckers did with their shot. You feel me?
I keep hearing that, man. Like I didn't actually I tweeted about that earlier. Like I didn't actually get a chance to watch it yet because I'm, you know, facilitating the event. I'm still prepping for Cannon, so my focus, you know what I'm saying, I try not to split it on nothing that ain't beneficial. So but
Let
yeah,
me
I keep
just go
hearing
ahead and
that.
tell
Was
you.
it really that bad?
Let me go ahead and tell you. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna tell you how these battles turned out.
Okay.
So Iron and JC battle of the night, 3 weeks prep. Obviously, you know what I mean.
Makes sense. Yeah.
People calling it a classic. Geechee versus Suge. Suge and Geechee had a fire first rounds, and like everyone thought that it was finna be a classic. And then Suge Jersey the next 2 rounds.
Wow.
All right. Let's see. DNA versus O-Red versus Ill Will.
Mm-hmm. That should
O-Red
have been
and
fire, right?
O-Red and Ill Will had some dope material their first rounds. Then the second round, Will started snapping, and then O-Red suffered battle rap's first battle rap related injury. The man's voice went dark, and he said, "In battle rap, I'm like, oh my god, what the like?"
Wow.
So he
So
just
like was he
gave up the second round. They brought him some tea and shit, and it like half-ass came back so he could do his third. But the crazy thing is, a lot of people still have him winning the battle.
after forfeiting the second round?
Yeah, because I mean, he was gonna go through it. Like he was like they gave him the handheld joint. You feel me? And he was going to keep going. But like Will was like making a scene, and then the crowd was booing and shit. So Smack was like, all right, he just gonna give up the second round, and we gonna get back into it.
Right.
But so that was that. Let's see who else was on the card. Math got 30 dropped on him. He choked every round.
You know what's crazy is I don't understand like what people expect from math. Like
Same.
when was the last time you could say you seen a good math? And don't get it wrong, like I fuck with math. You know what I'm
Math and
saying? Like
ill
I
will,
chop
to
it
be
up with them.
fair. Math and ill will. That was probably the best math I've ever seen. So it gave me hope.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah. Okay, I can see that.
and then let's see, DNA and Twerk. DNA and Twerk both had a
Please tell me DNA didn't win. Please tell me DNA
DNA
didn't
and
win.
Twerk both had a debatable first round. They were both fire. And then Twerk jersey the next two rounds.
The bar
Oh
tonight. What's the bar
Bar of the
tonight,
night
Caleb?
jersey. So
wow.
and then Hitman just kind of went up there and edged every round against Rock. He kind of just showed he was Summer Madness king.
Man, he big brother. He big brother Tay Rock. I'm telling you, that's what
Yeah.
he did.
And it's a shame, man. I had Rock winning before the battle, but it
That's
is what
crazy.
He told that man when I was
What
on Summer
happened with
Madness, you was battling at a bus stop.
Oh, I was about to say, and then Rock was up there talking about something. I got condiments like cinnamon. I'm like, that's not a condiment.
that's not a condiment.
Listen, you have
Like
a
Yo, the
good,
I mean
meme
you have
was
a good laugh.
hilarious though. Oh my!
Hey, look, I hate to say it, but yo, God bless me for this, man. Tay Rock is a cool dude that was in the special classes. I'm telling you, he don't know his money. He don't know
He's like, man,
nothing. I'm
you cool,
telling
but like, get him a helmet or something. Like,
you. Always, yo, he be having some crazy ass balls. But go ahead, man. My
and then
bad.
Geechee won champion of the night for the third time in a row.
Jesus Christ. I heard the pop was crazy on that this time around too.
6
6
stacks.
bands.
Oh
And they had Weather up front in that bitch, and he was offering like 20 grand to whoever fucking impressed him the most or something. And all the motherfuckers, like, they were so trash. I think he left before Iron and JC even went on.
damn.
Oh my god, Smack was pissed.
Yeah, I seen like a piece of the 15 minutes of fame shit was with Smack, and then people was making memes out of his
I was
I
about to
can't
say
eat
it
that
was.
shit.
I'm not gonna eat that.
I can't eat that.
That's wild.
Yeah,
But nah,
that's crazy.
now you understand why people were saying that shit was so ass water.
Yeah.
It was definitely
But yeah,
trying.
so about to say, so go ahead, man. Summer Madness 9, Asylum to Crow, Low, put them on there, man. They can't do any worse than these motherfuckers did, yo.
Facts.
But while we on the subject of URL, Gutta versus Yak the Ripper, man. What's going on?
If I'm keeping it a beam with you, I don't think it's coming out.
Oh my fucking!
I don't think it's coming out.
That
Like for a
motherfucker
couple,
talked so much shit before that battle, and then just got the dog shit beat out of him.
yeah, and here's the thing, like the one of the things that lets me know like it's not coming out is because like it was too one sided. It was way too one sided. Like it just I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really know what he was capable of. Like I had no clue. Like what he like. They called me and they said his name, and my mind was just like, okay, I gotta shake back from the Reaper performance because my voice was fucked during that whole battle, and I think it really impacted the reception. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I can't even watch it. I'm gonna keep it a rack with you. I've tried to watch it a couple times, and it's just
I
like it's like
actually fuck with that battle, honestly. I thought that battle was a lot more debatable than people said. Like I fucked with that battle. Like people didn't like it,
yeah.
and I was like, damn, man. About to say that
Like
you had some shit in that battle, man. That male cheerleader shit that was slept on.
yeah, I think but again, that's all because I couldn't deliver the shit right. Like, so bar for bar wise, it wasn't close at all in my opinion. Like, in terms of just content, nah. Like, but he definitely was able to put on a better show, and I couldn't because my voice was so fucked. Like, I was trying to keep from losing it altogether. So it's like I didn't want to risk like really trying to overperform this shit, or like I just wanted to get through it while I knew I could. You feel me? And so some of the punches were slept on because I had to rush past them in order to, you know what I mean, like to preserve my ability to actually keep rapping. Like, and the crazy thing is, like, it didn't even feel like I was wilding like that the night before. Like, but like when I woke up the next morning, I was like, oh shit, I've got no projection. Like, this is terrible. So like I knew going in it was gonna be bad.
Hey Dre, man, my man's went up there sounding like Ving Rhames and shit, yo.
He'll stop playing.
Nah, about to say, I don't know if you remember that, but he's sitting there. He said, "I'm from Texas." I said, "God damn." Does Marcellus look like a bitch? Like, God damn.
Nah, it was bad. It was bad. I ain't gonna, like, so again, when they called me with Yak's name, I was like, dub, let's do it. I don't even care. Like, I watched like a half of a round from him just to make sure he wasn't trash. You feel me? But I had never really seen him before that. I heard his name a couple times, but I had never watched any of his footage. And so the rest of, like, my whole battle wasn't even like, it was just about me, like, you know what I'm saying, bouncing back. And unfortunately, that was it because it wasn't as debatable as some of the other battles that happened that night. And there was like no real like I was shaking the room, but it wasn't like you seen the shit that Dre Dennis did with on Center Stage Pat, right? Like I didn't have no moment like that. You feel me? Like, yeah, I didn't have a moment like that. And so, like, while I kept everybody entertained and was shaking the room, it was too one-sided, and there was no huge undeniable moment to where everybody was like, nah, y'all wait till y'all see this one part when Gutta said this. Like, based on those two factors, I don't really think it's coming out. And it's sad because I had a lot of dope shit.
I think the only things that came out from that that one-off event were like Trez and Prep and Bangs and Fetty, right? About to say everything else got vaulted.
No, it's been a few drops off of there. So the Bangs and Fetty, Trez and Prep, Dre Dennis and Lex.
Wait, that was a PG, wasn't it?
I mean, it all happened in the same room at the same night. So you know what I mean. Like, so I don't know like how they spun it.
I was just like, because I remember like they had like 5 one-off battles, and that was one of, they had those 2 that dropped. They had yours. I think they had like Reaper battled somebody. And
Reap didn't battle that night. Reap didn't battle that night.
Well, I don't remember who else it was, but I remember like there was full of but I just remember I was like, damn, and I about to say, you seen, like, I sat there and I tweeted you all the time. I was like, look, man, when is this shit gonna come out? You feel me? Like, I'm like, streets need that, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Especially after all the shit that like that shit, you know what I mean? Like the Reaper performance didn't go the way you wanted it to.
Yeah, it's a lot of, I'm telling you, like, no, like, not even on some cocky toot my own horn shit. Like, I had a lot of dope shit in that battle, like a lot of dope shit. Like every round I kind of had like my theme for the shit was because like after the Reaper shit, not everybody, but certain people was hitting me up and was like, yo, you got to change up the style. It's too, your shit is too lyrically dense. Like, people ain't really able to grasp the concepts that you spitting and yada, yada, yada. So like I started every round, like they told me battle rap has changed. And then like I had like a whole like, I was about, you know, the perceived change or whatever. Like, it was crazy. It was fucking crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a lot of dope shit in that battle. Maybe one day when they get bored, they'll let it out the vault. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's happening.
Man, I'm gonna stop talking about this shit. This shit just gonna piss me off, man. But let's all right. So let's reach even further in the past, man. You know what we got to talk about, man. JoJo the Tire Man tried to fucking homie you. What? How did that feel? About to say, in that first round when he hit you with that shit just out of nowhere, man.
Nah, like, so, all right, boom. Let me hit you with like some backstory, right? Like, so Norbs had called me for like a follow-up PG for 3 different events. Like, so I battled Blacksmith, right? And then the next event was when Briz battled Young X. I was supposed to battle on that event, but I couldn't make it. I had no, he didn't even find an opponent for me yet. He was just like, yo, we're doing the next event, such and such date. You know what I'm saying? Be ready. I'm like, I'm already booked for that date. Like, I already took that check. I can't not show up. Yeah. And he was like, all right, cool. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had my next battle was, I had a battle too close to that date and I couldn't make it. And then that was missing that event kept me from getting on the next UFF tournament when Briz and everybody went, you know what I mean? Like, so I kind of missed a little bit of an opportunity right there. So when he called me with the Jonah shit, right? He was like, you need to be on this next PG event. Like, I'm not taking no for an answer. Fine, let's do it, right? And he was like, I was like, so who am I battling? And he was like, the kid's name is Jonah. I'm like, oh, okay, sure, whatever, right? Again, nothing on the radar from this kid. I'd never heard of him before. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. So the motivation was lacking at that point because I like to tailor my shit to the person in front of me. You know what I mean? As evidenced by the shit that I threw at Reaper. Like, I can't spit those rounds to nobody but Reaper. That's just how I structure my rounds. So me not having any information on who Jonah was at the time made that a little difficult. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna write until I find a groove, and once I slip into a groove, I'll be all right. And so I did that. So I anticipated like maybe like the first half of my first round being kind of lackluster, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Still good rapping, but nothing like heavy until I found that groove. And then so I hit my little groove. I'm like, boom, all right. So it didn't take as long as I thought. So I'm not gonna scrap the first half of it. I'm just gonna run with it, and then I'll do the rest of this shit. And then so that was my mind state going in. So I'm just rapping. I find out who he is, like, and actually get footage on him maybe like a week before the event. So my second and third round was like really pieced together in that week because now I can tailor my shit to you, but I ain't got enough time to do it like I want to. So I still kind of got to just throw some random shit in there. So I didn't know who he was, what he was capable of until like the week before the event. So I seen the JC footage and I'm like, this kid he got a little go on him, right? So I'm a little shaky on this first round, but it's like I just wrote the second and third this week, so I can't go back and rewrite the first. I fuck around and choke. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all of this shit is factoring in as we going into the battle, right? So boom, we get there, and I go first, and I'm like, oh, he made a huge mistake by letting me go first because you're the unknown guy, right? Like now you have to live up to what I do, right? Like. And so I'm rapping. Yeah. I got a good response from my first, way more of a response than I thought I would, right? And one fan that was actually in the audience that day told me after the battle, he was like, "Have you spit your first?" I'm like, "It's no way this guy's gonna be able to top that." Exactly. And I didn't even think my first was that heavy. You know what I'm saying? So he spits and he's mediocre for a while, like, you know what I'm saying, like decent rapping, but nothing crazy. Yeah. And then out of nowhere, the fucking Jesus Christ punch lands, and I'm like, "Fuck! If he got 3 more of them, I'm gonna lose." Like,
I'm about to say that's probably one of the top PG punchlines and one of the top like haymakers on URL, man. So I was just trying to see like what it felt like to stand in front of that. You just like, oh, like, about to say, I seen the look on your face. You're like, oh, yeah, that was all right. You feel me? Inside, you probably just like, man, fuck this shit, man.
Nah, when he landed that bitch, if you go watch it, like I react fan first, like, you know what I mean, like my livelihood ain't tied to that shit, right? Like I'm prideful about my shit, but I'm a fan first. So like if you spitting dope shit, I'm gonna give you credit for it. You feel me? Like I reacted with everybody else. Go back and watch that round again. Like when he landed that Jesus Christ punch, I was like, it was like he wasn't talking to me. I'm like, that shit was fire. Like that shit was crazy. Like that shit was undeniable. There's no getting around that. You feel me? Like there was no way for me to avoid what that was. And so just like in my head, I'm like, all right, this round's done. There's no way I did enough in my first to overcome that. He could have said just that 4-bar build up and won that round. Like he didn't have to rap nothing else. Right? So I'm just thinking in my head, like, okay, this round's washed. Like, but I kind of knew that going in because again, like the first half of it I thought was weak anyway because I had no real nothing to go on. And I just told myself, like, you got to deliver the fuck out of these next 2 rounds and hope like hell he don't have any more of those anywhere in his pockets.
And hold on, as me and Dre like to say, man. And then the third round comes and he got that stuck in traffic shit.
Stuck in traffic shit was heavy, but I think like if you go back and watch the shit now, like, and again, not taking nothing from him because me and him actually still cool to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like we chopped it up a lot after that event. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the whole rest of that battle, while he wasn't lackluster by any means, his perceived winning for the rest of the battle was based on the momentum he created in his first. Like his second round wasn't dope, but it wasn't even a battle rap round. Like it was like basically like a mixtape round. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't say nothing that was designed to attack me until like maybe like the last 4 or 5 bars. You know what I'm saying? When he was like the feeling in your gut, feeling shit, that shit. You feel me? Like and then in the third, his third was pretty regular in and of itself too. The stuck in traffic line was heavy though. Like so he kind of got some more of that first round momentum and then slapped it on top of that one. And like so I think like in my honest opinion though, I left feeling like it was a border. It was definitely in the fans' eyes was going to be looked at as an L for me. But I felt like just in terms of actually like paying attention to what was going on, the first he won clearly. I felt like I got the second very clearly, and the third was, you know what I'm saying, depending on what you like type shit. Because you got to keep in mind, like the third was when I hit him with the movie voice shit, and the whole building shook.
Yeah. In a world where anyway.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Fun battle though. That's easily my favorite battle though. That was my favorite battle I've ever been in.
That's what I was gonna ask. Was that your toughest battle you think you ever had or what?
I don't think I've ever been hit that hard in any other battle. Like I think my toughest battle was against Gaddafi Green at the Trap House though, because well, you know, Trap House is known for like it was
wasn't in the crib. You feel me? You was
out. I was wild out of town, and they known for not giving out of town niggas love. So my whole mindset going in was like, if I get these niggas to react, it don't matter what he say, I won. Like you know what I'm saying, like because they don't fuck with out of towners. That's actually where the be honest shit kind of was created, because I kept telling myself like they gonna lie and say the shit I'm saying is not fire. Like they gonna lie to themselves in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And then like that kind of, as I kept toying with that concept, that's kind of what birthed, to be honest. Like I think I'm gonna yell that every time they like. So when my plan was every time that I said something that I knew in my heart was fire, like not me being biased, as I was gonna yell out, be honest. That's what my plan was. But it just so happened that they was reacting too. So you know what I'm saying? Like I told Gaddafi, I was like, whoever, I don't know who it is, it's a random person in the crowd that's always at all the Trap House events. But whenever somebody says something heavy, he yells out, "That was fucking fire!" I was like, if I make him, whoever that is, if I make him yell that out, you lost. It doesn't matter what happens after that.
And about to say, and did he yell that out?
Yeah, when I hit him with the what ball was it? Oh, the
battle. It's just been a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. With the Namaste bar, when I said the Namaste line to him, he yelled it out after that.
Hey, yo, but people kind of, well, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but I've seen a few people say that they felt like you kind of beat that shit to death in the Reaper battle. You said that shit a lot.
In the Reaper battle? Yeah, no, I definitely overdid it in the Reaper battle. Like, but that battle in that moment felt like more of an uphill climb than the Gaddafi battle. Looking back on it, it wasn't, but in the moment, it felt like it was more of an uphill climb because again, we went dead first. Like we was the first battle that day, and it was no one else there except that was day 2.
Okay.
So there was no one else there except all the niggas that he came with. So it was again all Trap House niggas, well, all We Go Hard niggas. So like it that felt in the moment like more of an uphill climb, and I definitely OD'd on that shit. Like I wilded out, and that's my bad. Like
I
I
mean,
OD'd on that shit in that battle.
I was about to say, and I remember, you had like, and it had to suck, man, because the main event for day one was Nitty and Will, right?
Right.
So Nitty had the Black Lives Matter bar, and then you turn around and had like one a similar shit the next day. So you didn't get as much of a reaction to that shit, man.
Facts. Yeah.
I
And
was
I
like,
told him when he got off stage, I was like, you kind of killed my vibe right quick. Like I told him that night when he got off stage, like you fucked up my Black Lives Matter bar. Like I'm tight about it.
oh man. But about to say, so with the Be Honest shit, man, you about to say you got merch for that or what?
Yeah, well, I do, but my focus has shifted from me to the culture. So,
Uh-huh.
like, I don't really have a lot of that shit available right now. Like, I just kind of got like all villain life and the culture shit. But I'm working on getting like it's a process to everything. So once I get the groundwork laid and get all of my processes in order for how my league is gonna run, then I can start branching out and doing a little bit more to involve the fans and get merch to the fans and really like what I'm saying, do more to expand the brand. But you gotta crawl before you walk. So I
Yeah.
got it on deck. I just haven't put none of the shit out. Like I got the artwork and everything designed for it. Like everybody in villain life has got like a signature style, you know what I'm saying? Like uh character and shirt and shit and all that shit like designed already. It's just it's a method to the madness. So I got take it one step at a time.
So what? Explain the whole villain life thing. Like,
Um
who is in that?
so
I've never known, honestly.
so it's me, HA double, Hemi, and Saya. And we recently added Asylum the Crow. He's the newest member. So it's 5 of us total.
Okay. And so, about to say, so that's been like, I know you've been calling that shit out for a few years now. How long has that been a thing for?
Uh, let's see. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but when we did the King of the South event, the second half of it was in New Orleans when I battled T. Riley.
Okay.
That night was when it became like official.
Okay.
Like we had talked about it a little bit prior, but we hadn't really moved on nothing. And then that whole King of the South event was to kind of finally quell the bad blood or the rivalry between Texas and New Orleans. So we didn't want to make nothing official until after we had ironed out all our differences. You know what I mean? Like, so that's when it started, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's definitely like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a noble goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, but all right. So let's see. So we got the culture card coming up on September the 8th. For
yeah.
everyone who wasn't here already, man. So I'd say definitely be sure. Are y'all gonna be streaming that or what?
Um, I got some things in the work to get that set up, but it's not concrete yet. So for now, the answer is no. But if
Okay.
I can get it ironed out beforehand, then we will. But even in doing so, like we're not gonna sit on the footage. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
so,
I'm about to say. So it should be coming out in a timely manner.
yeah. Like you should start seeing clips and footage and promo and shit within 2 to 3 weeks of the event happening. You know what I mean? Like it takes some time to get the ball rolling. You got to get the guys to build their little. The first one always takes the longest, but after that, once the edit guy has his format down, we can roll them out a week or two at a time.
Yeah, and I mean, about to say it's kind of like the snowball effect. You know what I mean? As soon as it gets
Yeah,
rolled, it's just a
yeah,
month.
definitely.
But I mean, that's definitely dope. There's not a whole lot of battle leagues. You feel me? They got about to say they got the Houston barcode around here. They got
Right.
I've seen DFW. Um, but I
Yeah.
mean, I definitely respect that, man. All right, well, I think that's just about it, honestly. Before so, I want to we always give. Well, actually, I almost forgot something. So, do you have any music available?
Not nothing recent. Like when I started doing the battle rap shit, like it snowballed quickly on me, like, and it was paying me money. So I kind of stepped away from the music shit because I didn't want my music to sound like battle raps. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want it to sound
Yeah.
contrived, like I'm going at somebody. But that's always the frame of mind that I was in because I was getting booked. So I kind of stepped away from it, man, and started doing some other shit. But I've been promising my city at least one more project, and I started working on that, and then the culture shit fell into my lap, and I put it on the back burner. But it's coming. I don't have nothing recent though, so I'm not gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, be giving you niggas a CD from fucking 2011 and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, exactly. But all right. So about to say, Gutta, we definitely appreciate you coming through, man. Chopping it up, talking that shit. About to say
Definitely.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
a
definitely
fact.
have to. I'm gonna have to check out all the footage from that league, man. So we want to go ahead and give you a chance to like shout out all the like anything you need to shout out. You know what I mean? Like your league, where to find your league at, your social media handles, all of that type of stuff.
Definitely, man. On Facebook, go to the culture. We got a fan page, we got a group page, and it's all the culture. ThaKulture. The culture with a K. You know what I mean? Same thing on Instagram. The underscore culture underscore ATX. Twitter is the same thing. The underscore culture underscore ATX on Twitter. And that's where you can find all of the shit on YouTube. VLMG, Villain Life Media Group. That's where all the footage is gonna drop at. So go through there, hit that sub, you know what I'm saying? Hit that bell, get them notifications up.
All right, and we're about to say where can they find you if they just trying to follow you?
If you're just trying to follow me, unfortunately Facebook police called me, so it's regular ass government name on Facebook, just Brandon Williams. Uh, on on Instagram, it's Gutta Villain Life. Same thing on no on Twitter, it's AAE Gutta. So you know what I'm saying? I'm all over all of that shit.
All right, man. Well, about to
Definitely come
say,
holler at me, pick up some merch, you know what I'm saying? Come through, check out some battles, what have you.
oh, that's a super fact. But all right, man. About to say, Gutter, we definitely appreciate you coming through, rocking with us on the Outsider Media Group, man. Before we get out of here, could we get you to give a shout out to the whole Outsider Media real quick?
Oh, definitely, man. Appreciate y'all having me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Outside of Media Group. You know what I'm saying? Keep rocking, keep putting that content out. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody come through, subscribe, check them out. This shit's fire.
Hey, yo, salute to you for that, man.
No doubt.